Peace, King.
What it do, my brother? How you doing, man?
All is well. I want to thank you first and foremost, for giving me the opportunity to chop it up with you. I truly appreciate you.
Man, it's all good, man. I appreciate you reaching out for having me on your show, bro.
All right, all right. We're gonna get right into it. Peace and blessings, family. Thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of Taye Speaks. We got a legend in the house, a hip hop legend, definitely coming from the South. Somebody very artistic, very creative. Appeared on some classic records, classic albums. Without further ado, King, I want to thank you again. It's definitely an honor for the people that's viewing that may not know who you are. Let them know what your name is, and definitely let them know where you come from.
Yeah. I'm Scan Man, the Nephilim. I started my career with 3-6 Prophet Posse back in the day. You know what I mean? Been on a lot of good classic albums, all the classic albums, matter of fact. So I got a good, nice little history. So that's my history. That's where I'm from.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Let me see. What was it like growing up in Memphis?
Man, treacherous, but it gave me an outlook on life. You know what I mean? It
Mm,
taught me how to survive. You know what I mean? Because I had both my parents, but you know what I'm saying. My pops was in and out of jail, so I had my mom, so I had to get out in the streets and do what I had to do to make money to survive, to make sure rent was paid and all that. So Memphis is you got to be built to live in Memphis. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, no doubt. Memphis got such a strong hip hop scene. I wanted to ask you, when did you first get introduced to hip hop? Was it something that you seen on TV? Was it something that you heard on the radio, or was it something that you actually, experienced out in the community?
No, I come from a musical background. My parents wasn't into music. They didn't do music, but they used to listen to a hell of a lot of music. I mean, like the Marvin Gayes and the Otis Reddings and all that. They stayed listening to music. So I just started gravitating toward music, and I first really wanted to do hip hop music when I first heard Gangsta Pat. That was he a Memphis rapper.
Mm,
You know what I mean? And to
yeah.
see a Memphis native make something and do something, you know what I'm saying? That made me want to get into it, and also like with the likes of Scarface, Al Capone, Homicide, and Zerk and people like that. You know what I'm saying? That gave me more of my inspiration. NWAs and people like that played a major part too, but it's the fact that people from your city is doing it. You know what I'm saying? So they let you know that, hey, shit, I can do it too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I appreciate you sharing that. Big shout out to Gangsta Pat, man. Definitely a legend, a pioneer.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
right, right. So I was gonna ask you, what was the hip hop scene like when you actually got into it?
Well, when I first got into it, you know what I mean. We had a club called Club 380. It was down on Beale Street, and that's where all the local rappers, the local DJs, that's what we all got our little start at. You know what I mean. So that was the real popping scene back then. You know what I mean. So um, I first started with DJ Fila, rest in peace. But that's why I got my first start. My first song ever got heard was in that club right there. Like I say, that's where all the hot DJs was like Paul, Juicy. You know what I mean? So everybody got their start there.
Oh wow, okay. I appreciate you sharing that. Is that where you connected with 3 6 at, or was it, in a different instance?
Now I connected with 3-6 with Coop. Me and Coop's nigga was real close friend. You might well say brothers. I me and him was in a group back in like 1991, something like that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? He was Coops the nigga, and I was Scandalous nigga. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
he we kind of split. We kind of went out the separate ways, not for no beef or nothing like that. He was in halfway houses and stuff like that. So, because he was on his own, so we kind of lost contact. So he got back in contact with Paul. That's when he made Devil's Playground. And so he always said, man, if I ever get back in contact with you, I got you. So I ran into Crunchy at the Crystal Palace skating ring. That's where everybody used to hang out at. That was the hot spot. So I asked Crunch, I'm like, look, man, get me in contact with Coop. So he gave me Coop number, and I hollered at Coop, and then Coop put me on the phone with Paul. Paul said, rap something for me. So I rapped for him. He was like, can you come to the studio the next day? I was like, shit, yeah. So I came to the studio the next day, dropped my first song with Paul. He asked me to come back again the next day. I dropped another song, and then he was like, look, you part of 666 Mafia. And it was on from there.
Oh wow, thank you for sharing that, King. R.I.P. the Coop, man.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Another legend.
Lord Infamous too, K Rock too.
Yeah. Oh wow, man. All of those dudes got flow, man. All of those dudes can go hard.
Yeah,
Wow.
all of them inspired me in a lot of ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So I wanted to ask you about K Rock in particular because a lot of people they don't know his name. They may be familiar with Coop or Lord Infamous, but K Rock he destroyed so many verses, like featuring on 3 6 different songs and stuff like that. I was gonna ask you what was it like working with him because we don't have a lot of interviews on him and stuff. If you could,
Yeah,
what type of person was he?
yeah. Me and K Rock was real tight too as well. I was tight with pretty much everybody in the group because I get along with people very well. So you know, K Rock was like my little brother. You know what I'm saying? And that man was a beast. I'm talking about man.
Hmm.
The man can just come off the top of his dome like this and just be spitting going 100 miles per hour. I'm like, nigga, how is you doing that shit? You know what I mean? So I learned some techniques from him too as well, as far as like how to tongue twist and stuff like that, because he had a certain way about how he did it. You know what I'm talking about? He perfected it.
Yeah.
He worked on it. It wasn't something that he just did, you know what I mean? It's something that he perfected, that he worked on. So working with that cat, man, was a blast, man. You know what I'm saying? We had fun, lots of good times in the studio, with lots of good, man, writing sessions, man, up to 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning writing. Man, I miss that cat, man. I wish he was still here, man. People would never, ever get to see the potential, the real potential that man had.
Yeah, most definitely. I truly appreciate you sharing that. Rest in peace, King. But if you haven't heard of K Rock, go listen to some of the old 3 6 songs. He destroyed it. Like you say, he tongue twisting and he
Yeah,
got lyrics
yeah,
behind it. He got a raw style that he was one of my favorites for sure.
yeah.
Now my question is this: when you first connected with 3 6, was you a solo artist or did you already have a group?
Nah, I wasn't a solo artist. We was basically we was all 666 Mafia. So it was a
Oh,
probably it was probably about a good 10 of us. You know what I'm saying? So Paul and Juicy came up with a good idea as to nine niggas in one group can't make no money. You know what I mean? So
hmm.
they broke us up into groups. So they put me, MC Mac, and K Rock in the Kaze. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
so they left, 3 6 what it was. And so once K Rock left, then we put Pat in. So that's how that all came about.
Oh, okay. Thank you for breaking that down. Now you was on the Mystic Styles.
Now I came in, they had just finished Mr. Styles when I came. They had
It was
just
like
finished.
95.
Yeah, so I was in '95 because they came out with the DJ Paul and Spring Mix, this Spring Mix Volume 3, I believe. So
Okay.
that was my first entrance right there, and that was right when Mrs. Style was like they just had mastered it, so it was ready to go to press.
Okay, okay. Now the first Killer Clan album, man, what was the process like of making that? You know, y'all done so many classic songs.
Man, the process of making that man was just make the best the best material that we can that we can come up with. You know what I mean? It wasn't no competition in no kind of way. You know what I'm saying? It was us wanting to keep what Paul and what 3 6 was already doing. We wanted to keep that momentum going. You know what I'm saying? So when we was in the studio, boy, we was in there grinding. I mean, from sun up to sundown. You know what I mean? I'm talking about long hours. You still that? Yeah, my bad about that.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can hear you. No, no, that my phone be doing that too. People be calling, they want to call when you get on the interview.
No, as soon as you get an interview, they
No,
want
how
to
it be.
call. But yeah,
It's all good.
yeah,
Okay, okay. Now I was gonna ask you, okay, what was the last Hypnotized Minds record? You was on Camp Posse, right?
yeah. I was on campus. I
Okay,
think
okay.
that
Now,
I think the last album I was on was one of Project Pat albums, but I'm not for sure if it came out before the Hypnotized Camp or which album came first. But I think the last album I was on was Project Pat, I believe.
oh, what the that was probably was that Mr. Don't Play.
I think Getty Green.
Oh, okay, right, Getty Green.
Yeah,
Wow,
Getty
that's a
Green.
classic too, man.
Yeah,
That's a
classic.
classic
My
for sure.
my everything them guys did, what we did, man, was classics, man. Cause we worked, man. We worked, man. Them guys was working
Oh
hard.
yeah, most definitely. Definitely. So I was gonna ask you from your perspective because just from being a fan, we love Hypnotized, Camp Posse, 3 6 Mafia, Killer Clan, but it just seemed like everybody start kind of going their own way. So just from your perspective, why did everybody leave, or just why did you leave, or move on to do other things?
I mean, well, they was concentrating on the 3 6 thing, and in which we needed to do some work too. So we came to Paul and Juice and was like, do y'all mind if we start us a little small little side label and bring out some artists, put out some music. So once y'all get to us, what I'm saying, we'll be ready. You know what I'm talking about. So they said it was cool, everything was cool to go, but then some stuff came about that not no beef type of little stuff, but a couple of
Right,
disagreements. So we just decided like, hey, look, you do your thing, we'll do our thing, and then plus, people get older, it's different things you want to do. So if you can't see eye to eye with somebody, then the best thing to do is just to split ways, and you do your thing and I do mine. We still be friends at the end of the day. You
right,
know,
right. Definitely, I respect that most definitely. Now, when did you form the Kamikaze Inc.?
we formed it in '99. We formed it in '99
Wow.
because that's when we first brought out the thugs from the South Side.
Okay, okay. Now, what does the Kamikaze Inc. consist of? Like the artists you got? You got any other upcoming projects?
What?
Anything y'all working on?
Well, as of right now, I'm focusing on my label right now, which is Nephilim Music, and
Okay, okay.
yeah, that's what I got going right now. Right now, a lot of the kamikaze stuff is on hold right now, and my main focus is Nephilim right now, and I got two artists and producer. I got an artist, Mal Boss Hussein. He lives in Texas, but he's from Atlanta. I got another cat, a Latino cat, Big AOK. He from Florida, and then Total Chaos, which he was in the Kamikaze, so he been rocking with me for 20 years. And
Wow.
I got a producer, S Fresh. You know what I'm saying? He from Ohio, real hard producer. He done produced for Paul. He done produced for Frazier Boy. he done produced for a lot of cats. So we got a nice little roster. So that's pretty much what I'm working on right now.
Okay, okay. You got a solo album coming, or you gonna put the other projects out first? What's the calendar looking like?
I got my solo coming. I'm dropping three singles on Halloween, three singles and a video on
Oh
Halloween,
wow.
and I'm dropping the album about a week after that. So it's called Rage of Innocence Part Two. And for all y'all, Rage of Innocence Part One is out, so you can go get that. And Part Two will be coming very soon.
Okay, okay, man. I'm gonna have to check that part one out for sure. We definitely looking forward to part two. So Halloween right around the corner, really. That's about 2 weeks from now, right? A week from now.
Oh yeah, man. We've been working, man. We've been working non-stop, man. That's the name of the
Oh
game. Man.
yeah.
Don't work, you don't eat.
All right, all right. Now, do you have like I know you got the IG. You can let them know your IG. You got a website. Y'all got any merch? You working on any books, documentaries, anything?
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm working on a documentary now. It's called uh
Mm-hmm.
it's called Basketball, Music, and Streets because I play basketball and I got a lot of scholarships to D1 colleges. I played against Kobe Bryant and all that
What?
good stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All that good stuff like that. And uh my IG is ScanmanKKZ. And Twitter is scanman underscore man KKZ. And you can reach me on Facebook, Scanman the Nephilim. And my website is nephilimmusic.com, NEPHILUMMUZICC.com. We got apparel, we got merch, we got accessories, we got bags, we got ladies gear, we got all kinds of stuff. We don't just have merch, we have apparel. We have jeans, we have outfits, we have shoes, we have coats, we have the whole nine.
Wow, wow, man, that's what's up. Yeah, for the viewers, definitely check out the website. I'm gonna check it out myself, man, because I definitely appreciate you coming through. Man, anything else you want to let the viewers know before we get out of here? I ain't gonna hold you up. I know you got a lot of stuff, going on. So,
Are you good? Hey, everybody, just be on the lookout in the next couple of months. We got some real big stuff coming out, so just be on the lookout. I got my Rage of Innocence Part Two coming out. I got three singles dropping and plus videos dropping. Be on the lookout for my new artist, Mob Boss Hussein, Big AOK. Be on the lookout for my producer S Fresh. He coming out with a beat tape, which will be featured all of us on it as well. And go check out the website, and that's what it is. And I appreciate everybody's support. It's much appreciated because without y'all, we wouldn't be what we are. You know what I mean? So we appreciate y'all. Much love.
oh yeah, likewise, King. Thank you one more time. This definitely an honor. You a legend. You done inspired generations of rappers and musicians. Coming from Memphis, you definitely one of the more revered features. You know what I'm saying? You done tore some tracks up. You know what I'm saying? You and your guys. The Killer Clan. Y'all on some definitely some classic albums. So until next time, family. Thank everybody for tuning in. This has been another episode of Taye Speaks. Till next time, peace.
Peace. Appreciate you, brother.